Morning, y'all. How you doing? I've been trying for a year to come up with ideas for making this video, and to be honest with you, I was out here having coffee on the front porch this morning and I saw some 1920 cars go driving by, like dozens of them. I haven't really seen them. They were like Stanley steamer type cars, I think, but I'm not sure. Anyways, next thing you know, motorcycles speed by doing 100 miles an hour in the opposite direction. It just kind of made me think that in my life, I've been doing photography and video for over 40 years, and I got to thinking that I'm getting pretty old. And I was shooting a basketball game the other night, and there was a 17-year-old kid there from a high school shooting the game right beside me, and we started talking. And I used to be that kid. I still am. The problem is I'm just a lot older. I turned 58 in August this past year, and it got me thinking that, I've been doing this for a long time, and I've learned a lot, I've seen a lot, I've done a lot, and I want to start helping people out. I've always helped people when they've asked me for help, or if they've asked me questions or specifics on a shooting field, on a certain field or track or something. And I've always shared. There's no reason that you shouldn't share. And I've wanted to do oh wait, here we go, 100 miles an hour. .102. Anyways. I've had a great career. I've had a great career in this industry. I've done video, I've done film, I've done editing, pretty much everything you can do, and I've enjoyed it. I've had a great time. I've got this house, I've got a house next door, I've got cars, motorcycles, everything I want. And it just made me think, things have gotten so easy today, in a sense, with the quality of the cameras. The cameras are so good that pretty much anybody can pick it up and make a fantastic photo. And it wasn't that way when I started. I was 17 years old. I started at college. Right after college, I started shooting film, and you had to know your stops, you had to know your exposures, you had to know your ISO and settings, you had to manually focus stuff. And back then it was a challenge, and you got good at it. Same with video cameras. Everything was manual focus. Everything was just a little bit different, and things have gotten better. I feel like the old man now. I shoot NFL games, I shoot NBA games. I'm sitting beside some other people that. There's a couple of people that are my age. Actually, there's some people that are older than me, and it's amazing to me that they still do it, and I think that's what keeps them so young. But this next generation is coming through, and they're doing a lot more. They have a lot more access. They have a lot more information on YouTube. They get information where I used to have to read a book, or just basically go out there and mess stuff up to see what I was doing wrong and then figure out how to fix it. Today it's a lot easier, and I think that's great. I mean, technology is moving forward. The world is moving forward. It's a lot. It's not a 1920 car driving by my street anymore. It's flying cars and drones and things of that nature. I don't know. I'm just making this video on a whim. I didn't really plan on doing this morning, but I just, want to say, check me out. I'm going to start doing some tutorials. I'm going to start doing some recaps of things I've learned over my last 40 years, and hopefully give some insight to people so that they can, not mess up where I've messed up, and, thrive in places where I've thrived, and, learn from me. I'm not saying I'm the best. I'm not saying I'm great. I'm just saying I'm experienced. And, keep checking back here. Once I put a couple plans together here in the next couple of weeks, I'll start posting more regularly. But anyways, like I said, it just got me thinking, let me share what I can.